Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Chaos Child, and we are going to probably get Hanai's good ending in this part. So we were just, I think this might be our last thing. Now, see, now it's making noise. It wasn't doing it before. It's really weird. And when I went to go save, this is not a place we saved in any of the prior. Well, I don't know why, but anyway, when I went back and when I was saving, it was making sound. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm recording this right after the last part, so that's why it's weird that the other ones didn't have sound and this one does. Whatever. Oh well, maybe that did, but when we do the trigger thing, I thought it's supposed to have noise, but it's not making any. I don't know. Maybe because that's maybe that's the movie noise, and I did turn the music kind of stuff down, but I don't know. Anyway, that's right. And this was perfect. I had my eyes on a couple of restaurants just in case this happened. At times like this, it was important to pick a place that a girl would like. That was what a normal boy had to be able to do. The problem was that there were too many good options to choose from. There was the time to consider, the location, and the weather and temperature. Cool Cat had insisted that I take all these into account. Yeah, that doesn't have any sound, which is weird. I don't know. At this hour, every place would be pretty crowded. We should go someplace pretty light then. For example, something we could buy and then walk around and eat. Which meant... Here? Yeah, their caramel popcorn's supposedly good. Wow, you know more about trends than I would have thought, Miyashiro. Well, I am a normal. Hold on, I'll go buy us some. Here you go. It's not a good lunch, that's a good snack. Like, wow, it smells so sweet. That looks great. Come, let us eat. Let's eat. Nom. It's so good. What is this? It's delicious. Right? I hadn't spent the last 2 days looking it up for nothing. You have some too. Here, say ah. Huh? Well, is it good? Yes, it's, good. I was stammering. All right, now it's your turn. Huh? Wow, that's so good. Why was this so exciting? This was totally different than going shopping with Sarika and Kurusu. Was this what a date was like? Oh, your hands are covered in popcorn dust. Oh gosh, she's gonna lick them off, isn't she? Oh, you're right. Here, let me see. Huh? Before I could even think about what she meant, she grabbed my hands and stuck my fingers in her mouth. I knew it. Smooch. Now they're all clean. I said the smooch instead of making the noise. Okay, Jesus. Did the normals do this sort of thing all the time? Hey, Miyashiro, I want you to come shopping with me. Shopping? Okay. Yes! Actually, there was something I was thinking about buying. Something she was thinking about buying? Sexy lingerie? This way! This way! She wouldn't tell me what it was that she wanted to buy. But we kept going further into the area meant for girls, and I was starting to feel more and more awkward. Bert, I'm sorry, but your toenails are fucking sharp. If we ate a heavy lunch, I wasn't going to do this. I'm glad we got something light. Oh, here we go. This is it. Bikini? Huh? This is a lingerie store? Bikini store? Don't open your eyes yet, Miyashiro. Okay. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Yep, a tiny little bikini that's falling off of her. She doesn't even have the strings tied. She's just holding it up. Miyashiro, what's wrong? Zooms in on her boobs. Of course it does. This isn't allowed, is it? It'll be fine as long as nobody finds out. Still, was it really okay for the two of us to be in the same changing room in the swimsuit area together? I know this. There's a word for this situation. I think it's SNEG, sneg, short for Sor Nant Eroge, or what kind of H game is that? Internet slang used to refer to situations commonly seen in hentai games. Uh-huh. Sneg? 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 I don't know. I don't know these things. Anyway, Miyashiro, I need you to tie it up for me. Otherwise, this suit's gonna fall off. You're sure? You need to do it quickly or... The noise that it just made. No, that's not gonna happen. But it might be something close. And then her top falls off. And she's like, what were you thinking about? You trying on a bikini? Ah. Yeah. Going shopping with you and having a grand old time. Oh, not untrue. We just didn't tell her it was bikini shopping. Hubba hubba. And we were imagining the fact that she was like, you have to tie up the top, otherwise, quick, do it faster. Oh no, my hand slipped and the top fell off. Like, we got good hands. We can hold that shit for a while. Don't worry. Like, so funny. This kid's got problems. I started to feel awkward. It wasn't a bad awkward. It wasn't bad at all. It was kind of nice. Oh, right. This is where she had tentacle vagina. I'm sorry, vagina vines. She had vagina vines, right? It's not that kind of game. She had vagina vines, not tentacles. Oh, right, your injury. Huh? You said it wasn't anything bad. Is that true? Oh, right, I'm fine. See? Arimura lifted up her skirt to show me. It must be because I turned background music down that doesn't work. But I just... It's like, I don't want the music on because it gets loud and whatever, but I still want sound effects, and that should be a sound... I don't know, it's fucked up. Anyway, I saw... I've actually been planning to tell you this for a while. I'm actually a boy. This is the positive delusion? I was stunned. I didn't expect to see a huge bulge beneath Arimura's skirt. I like the fact that the little mascot is an elephant because he's looking at her trunk, if you know what I mean. Like, but in my heart, I'm a girl. Believe me. Well, I guess after what I've seen, I have to believe. You're just the person I thought you were, Miyashiro. You're so nice. Am I? Yes, Miyashiro? Arimura looked straight into my eyes. She was a girl no matter how you looked at her. But her body... What? If you're okay with who I am, make me your lover. I looked closely and saw that her shoulders were shaking. It had probably taken all of her courage to say that. And I said, Miyashiro? Well, sounds great to me. Huh? You're perfect. You're the ideal lover I've always wanted, Arimura. Really? Really. See, he doesn't necessarily care about... Okay, but that just goes back to, see, you were freaking out because Ida was feeling you up in that dream, but you would have enjoyed it. You just didn't want to admit it. And now you're like, well, Arimura, you may have man parts. You're still our girlfriend. And you wouldn't... And I don't think you necessarily would have cared that Ida was hitting on you. We just don't care. We love everybody. We're pan-romantic. We don't care. He just didn't want to admit it yet. He wasn't ready to accept that he had a slight crush on Ito as well. See? It's fine. I guess everyone's welcome in Takuru's harem. I'm so happy. Arimura leapt forward and grabbed me. Her body was a little more muscle than I expected, but it felt great. And, Arimura? Yes? It's poking me. I'm doing that on purpose. No, no, no. What was I thinking? I'm not into that. Are you sure? Are you sure? I think you might be. Because you're thinking about it and you totally would have accepted her anyway. See? I think deep down inside it's more like I really like Arimura, and like, if that was the case, I don't think I'd care. Aww. Good for us. Anyway. Oh, whoops, I didn't read that. When I came back to my senses, I was looking at Arimura, like, whatever. I didn't read that before I clicked it. I'm sorry. It's okay. You either saw it or you didn't. It's fine. Not a big deal, is it? Alright, so. This is when she's remembering her brother. And finding out she's not her parents' kid, and now she wants the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. We're like, don't get hurt on your way home, and then her brother's gonna push her into the street. Okay. Yep. There we go. Brother pushing her into the street. And then she comes and tells us. After we find a body. And then we find out it's her dad. Okay. And then she comes into her house, and we were panicking. Because we didn't know it was her. Oh, God, it's just you. And then we come back, same thing. Oh, my God, it's just you. Oh, no, this is the next morning we walk her home. Okay. She's acting all normal, but she's not feeling normal. She runs away. We're having conversations. Kazuki feels bad. We don't know yet. Brother's really dead. Now we're freaking out. Oh, no, it's just Arimura again. She stays with us. We go to meet Kunasato. We're like, do you think maybe she's fucking crazy? And then we go back, and then we tell her that maybe we think she's fucking crazy, and she gets mad, and she runs away. I'm just paraphrasing. It's not exactly what happened, but whatever. We're calling her, and we're calling her, and we're calling her, and she's not answering. Oh, no, the Kazuki's telling us that she thinks she did it, and then we're all here. There's a murder. Oh, my God. Shinjo calls. Is this when Shinjo calls? And then we find out it's her mom, and we're trying to call her, but we can't get in touch with her. I go running to save my girl. Mom's gonna stab her. We rip her earrings out. And then Mom stabs us. She's crying. We're gonna go to the festival together. Right? Everyone's arguing. We go running in the halls. Don't go running in the halls. That was basically the exact same thing. There was literally... Okay, there's an after story. I'm like... So the bad ending literally is no different. Okay, so that explains why they do say you don't need to do the bad endings. They're kind of pointless. They really don't add anything to the story. The bad ending is exactly the same. The only difference is you see what the other scenarios are in the delusions, and you just miss this part. November 21st, 2015, Saturday. Trustworthiness Investigation Company, Frisia. Everyone's here, right? Shinjo looked around at the assembled group before he spoke. So, like, I figured there was going to be a little bit more, maybe, to the end than just an after thing, so this is going to be a really fucking short part. I could have thought about editing it into the other one, but, like, maybe I will. I don't know. It was Saturday morning and early, but there were still quite a few people here. Katsuko Momose, the CEO of Frisia. Mio Kunasato, a student at Hekkyo Academy and the famous K of Shibuya News. Shinji Ito, part of the Hekkyo newspaper club. They all look sad. We're totally dead. Nono Kurusu, Hana Kazuki, and Sarako Onoe. None of them looked happy to be here. They all had the vague idea of why they'd been brought here, but they still seemed to be afraid of what they're about to hear. Shinjo didn't feel much different. We're dead and she's insane. Shinjo slowly began to speak with the same expression of tension on his face as the rest of them. Oh, interesting. We found Hanai, Arimura, and Takuru Miyashiro. Oh, we both died. Did we both die? Shinjo began to tell them what the police had learned about what happened between me, Arimura, and her mother on November 4th. That's what I was wondering when we got the bad ending. Like, is she having a delusion? Because we got stabbed and then it was like, how's your injury? Okay, everything's fine. And it was like, this is a bad ending? Is the bad ending she's like imagining this? Please, Miyashiro, don't die. After her mom had stabbed me, I was lying on the ground with my head in her lap. Even now, I still remembered how hot her tears had felt. Arimura, my consciousness gradually began to fade. Arimura, And then in the corner of my eye, I saw her. It was Arimura's mother. I thought she'd left, but she hadn't. All sanity was gone from her eyes. I saw a sharp flash as she raised her hand high above Arimura's head. Arimura! With all the strength I had, I pushed Artemura down and covered her with my body. A burning pain ran down my back. Again and again. Yashiro! Ah! Again and again and again. Gah! Pain. No! No! Screams. Mad laughter. A horn. Sound of a train. Light and shadow. At that time I didn't even know what was going on. All I knew was the sound of something hitting the ground. Sound of dragging feet. And... Miyashiro! Miyashiro! Artemura's sobs. Artemura. I tried to speak, but I felt unbelievably weak. When I finally did, my voice was barely a whisper. But I still used all the strength I had. I had to tell her. I had to tell Artemura. Artemura. Miyashiro. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. You don't have to talk. But if I don't tell you now, I won't get the chance. No! I don't want to hear it! I think I loved you. Miyashiro. Really? Yeah, I know. You're telling the truth. I'm glad. Miyashiro? No, come on, Miyashiro. Don't lie to me like that. No, no, Miyashiro. No. I mean, I kind of thought we were going to die, and then there was like the happy ending, and I was like, After the stabbing, Megumi Artemura was found by a police officer walking down the street covered in blood. But unfortunately, she's lost her mind. Totally can't get anything out of her. And what about the two of them? You're aware that Hanai Artemura and Takuro Miyashiro both vanished from the scene, yes? Shinjo took their silence as a yes and continued. And for some reason, despite our best efforts, the police weren't unable to find them. That is until yesterday. The two of them had gone into hiding in the sealed basement beneath AH Tokyo General. You mean she dragged us there? Because we basically dead. The place had been locked up tight. There was no way anyone could find us there. In fact, we'd stayed down there for almost 3 weeks. 3 weeks while I was slowly bleeding to death? But the two of them are safe, right? Well, about the two of them. Kunosato picked up where Shinjo hesitated. She'd already heard, it seemed. Hinai Artemura is presently being held at the hospital. When she was found, she was holding Takuro Miyashiro in her arms. But it's like we were there. We died at that scene. It had been 2 weeks since the time of death, and the body had already rotted and partially calcified. Parts of the body, I'm told, were missing as well. Did she eat us? I could see them all gasp. And Hanai Artemura was holding his corpse closely and continuously talking to it. That's right. I died right after that. It was understandable given how many times I'd been stabbed. I mean, I was like, we definitely were dead. And the next thing I knew, I was in that hospital. My body was there, unmoving, and Artemura was holding me. I didn't know Artemura had gotten it down. I didn't know, I think, how Artemura had gotten it down there, but she probably helped her. Gross! This is disturbing. Miyashiro. Artemura was talking to me happily. Miyashiro, I have a request. I don't think we'd look so mummified after 3 weeks, but I could be wrong. I don't know. She seemed to think she was at school. She kept saying the same thing over and over. Yeah, she's delusional. That's what, when it went into that happy place, I was like, is she, like, having delusions? Because I don't think this is real, and that doesn't feel like a bad ending. This explains so much more. And that's why you do the bad ending first, because otherwise you're like, there was no point in doing it. This was a little more of a lead up, so I like that better. I was sure she was hearing my voice as well. No, not just me. Sarika was there, and Kurusu, and Ito, and Kazuki. What she was seeing was... What Hina's seeing is the real world. That's Serica for you. She knew exactly what I wanted to say. Yeah, that was the real world. It was the real world that she wanted. And she could hear them. Voices without lies. And I knew, now that I was part of her. Takuru. Serica softly touched Kurusu's hand. Don't make that face. I'm sure Takuru had a good time too. Right, Taku? I'm right, aren't I? We had a good time solving the mystery. That's exactly... Yeah, wow. Everyone looked out the window and up at the sky. How strange. I'm right here. But what Serica said was right. This was for the best. My voice couldn't reach her anymore. But she had the world she wanted. She had attained a world of truth. And she was still whispering in that empty room. Thank you, Miyashiro. That is so fucking sad. That's the good ending. Well, Dark Sky end. That is, like, so fucking brutal. Like, wow. I mean, I knew, like... Okay. I mean, I kind of knew what to expect. Because, let's be real. There is no way you could go through that and think that, like... we were, like, alive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hold on. Let's see. We ended the last one with a little... We'll look at a little... No, that's not what I wanted. Alright, we want to skip pages. Aw. This... Okay, I know this is like her giving... Like, whatever. But Kazuki grabbing her own breasts. Those were ones from some of our other things that we had. There you go. That's kind of cute. But, you know what I meant? Like, after that first, the bad ending, it was like, this is the bad ending and we're fine. I'm like, I don't think we're fine. I, like, figured we were kind of dead and she was just in a delusion, but then it just ends and you're like, huh. And then but there was a part of me that was like, well, if this is the bad ending, maybe the good ending is actually good. And this is just a normal ending and not a bad ending. I think I was just secretly hoping for that. But, I mean, it was pretty obvious from the guide that this darker ending stems from here. And I guess it's just secretly deep down inside I wanted to hope that because it was just called, it just said darker, because it was the Dark Sky ending, and, like, it wasn't, you know, actually sad as fuck, but no. So that's kind of terrible. It kind of makes you wonder, like, how the rest of the endings are gonna go in this game. Like, hey, haha, it's gonna suck. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I'm kind of worried about them now, but, well, the true ending, you know, and we got a ways to go for that. So, I think the recommended thing to do is Kazuki next, and now that we know what to skip, well, first of all, I have it saved where we're supposed to start. So we will have to skip through some stuff because I think Kazuki also starts off at chapter 6. We don't have to skip through chapters 1 and 2, which are the longest chapters and literally take fucking forever. We're in chapter 3 where we'll have to do our other kind of Choice-Amaru, you know, where we do our delusion. That's the thing I was thinking of. I don't know. I can't think right now. So we'll start there in the next part and kind of... I lost my train of thought. We'll start there. I guess we'll just start and we'll skip because we've already seen the positive and the negative, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to just choose it, skip through. We'll be doing a lot of skipping. So I'm just like not sure. Do we just do that and skip through and then we don't and just start at chapter 6 where it's going to diverge? Or do we just come in and start from there and do the skipping stuff? And you know what I mean? Because it's like 3 chapters worth of skipping, but chapters 4 and 5 4, 5, and 6 go pretty fast in the skipping, so it might only take a short period of time. Or I don't know. I'll figure it out when we get there. Just because I don't want to do too much skipping. Because we've spent 3 hours skipping through all of the delusions and shit. And we've done them all. And I subjected you to that torture to try to even get to this route. So there's no point in doing it in later ones. So I might just make the choice that we need to do for Kazuki's, skip to where it diverges, and then go, okay, here we are. We're in Kazuki's route now, starting here, and, you know, and not subject you to, like, even 10 minutes of skipping just because you've already had to sit through, like, almost 3 hours worth of it, and, you know, so we'll see what happens if I think about it. I don't know, we'll figure it out, because I gotta, you know, I go back and forth between games, so it's going to be a short break from me recording this part to the next, so, anyway, but yeah, so I will see you guys next time and we'll start a new round. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.